This story unfolded in April, and it began with a sense of urgency. Mike Hawley had always harbored a dream of becoming a firefighter, driven by a deep desire to aid those in need, whether it be battling ferocious flames threatening homes or preserving precious wildlife from the ravages of fire. While the job held its inherent risks, Mike found fulfillment in the various facets of his role, from educating schoolchildren about fire safety to lending a helping hand to his community's most vulnerable members. However, a fateful event would soon alter the course of his life. On what initially seemed like an ordinary day, Mike and his team were enjoying a brief respite over coffee and pastries when an urgent call jolted them into action. A fire had erupted, rapidly spiraling out of control, and they were needed to quell the inferno. With practiced efficiency, the firefighters swiftly gathered their gear and raced towards the scene aboard their trusty fire truck. Arriving at the Interstate 80 bridge in North Sacramento, California, they were met with a harrowing sight. Flames engulfing debris beneath the bridge, threatening to escalate into a full-blown catastrophe. Undeterred, Mike and his comrades sprang into action, deploying their hoses to combat the blaze. Fortunately, their swift response prevented the fire from spreading too far, allowing them to contain and extinguish it before it wrought further destruction. Yet, amidst the chaos, an unexpected sound caught Mike's attention, a faint whimper emanating from the vicinity. Intrigued, Mike followed the plaintive cry until he stumbled upon a scene that left him incredulous. Nestled not far from the scene of the fire was an unexpected sight, one that would leave an indelible mark on his memory. Amidst the aftermath of the fire, a small pit bull mix puppy emerged, his fur marred by burned plastic, yet mercifully spared from severe injury. As Mike approached the puppy, the resilient canine displayed a mix of wariness and longing, a silent plea for help tinged with apprehension. Understanding the puppy's cautious demeanor, Mike approached with gentle reassurance, mindful of the trauma the young dog had endured. With patience and empathy, he extended his hand, coaxing the puppy to trust him. Gradually, the puppy's fear began to dissipate, replaced by tentative curiosity and eventually a wagging tail as he allowed Mike to draw near. With the puppy's trust secured, Mike cradled him in his arms, his heart swelling with compassion. Back at the fire truck, a quick assessment revealed that the puppy, though a stray, was remarkably resilient and in relatively good health. Without the need for immediate medical attention, Mike and his team opted to entrust the puppy to animal control authorities, who would ensure his well-being at the Front Street Animal Shelter. However, a bond had already formed between Mike and the puppy, prompting the firefighter to make a heartfelt decision. He would foster the pup until a permanent home could be found. Upon bringing the puppy to his home, Mike witnessed a remarkable transformation unfold before his eyes. The once wary and distressed animal began to blossom under Mike's care, his spirit gradually rekindled by the warmth of love and security. In a news interview, Mike shared the heartwarming progress of the puppy he now affectionately named Loki. "He perked up pretty good when I gave him water, a bath, some food, and started picking off some of the plastic. And then yesterday, his personality started coming out," Mike recounted with a smile. "His tail was wagging, and he followed me around chewing." As Loki settled into his temporary home, awaiting a new family, Mike not only provided him with care, but also bestowed upon him a fitting name. Inspired by the Norse god of fire and mischief, Loki's spirited personality seemed to mirror his namesake's playful nature. Fostering a dog was not new to Mike. He had previously opened his heart and home to another canine companion named Chunk. Mike found Chunk roughly 5 years earlier, abandoned and suffering from mange, a painful skin condition caused by mites. Despite her distressing condition, Mike saw the potential for love and healing in Chunk's soulful eyes. After taking Chunk to the Front Street Animal Shelter for initial care, Mike felt an instant connection with her and knew he couldn't bear to be apart. He soon adopted her, welcoming her into his family with open arms. Mike's advocacy for pit bulls, like Chunk, resonated deeply with many, garnering attention and support on social media. Chunk's journey from abandonment to adoption touched the hearts of countless individuals, highlighting the transformative power of love and compassion in rescuing animals in need. "We had well over 30 million people following Chunk," Mike shared proudly. Donations poured into Front Street and donations to the bully rescues. Chunk had a 2-page article in Women's World magazine and an award from PHA. With Chunk's story captivating the hearts of millions and sparking positive change, it was no surprise when Mike made a decision about Loki's future. In a heartfelt, Mike announced, "Loki will be adopted, and he will have a big sister named Chunk because Loki will be living with us." The news delighted Loki, who had formed a strong bond with both Mike and Chunk. The thought of parting ways with Loki saddened Mike, and he couldn't bear the idea of the young pup leaving their home. Fortunately, Chunk was equally thrilled at the prospect of having a younger brother to share her life and teach her tricks. Mike emphasized the misconceptions surrounding pit bulls, describing them as misunderstood yet incredibly family-friendly and loving. Driven by his passion for advocacy, Mike remains committed to supporting local shelters and organizations dedicated to improving the reputation of pit bulls. With continued efforts and the willingness of compassionate individuals to give these remarkable animals a second chance, Mike is optimistic about their future.